At this point, I would think men would get the message and just stop making these videos because to this day, I have yet to see any of these scenarios play out the way that I think the men think that they're going to play out or intend for the scenario to play out. Again, you have a man claiming parental alienation, a man claiming a woman is, hiding his baby from him or whatever the case may be, right? I just did a video on another man. In the video that he made, he openly admitted to abandoning his child. He lived in New York. He said he moved from New York to Texas and then started going on these like rants about how his baby always been taken care of and whether he paid money or his family gave up money, the baby always had money. And I was like, why would you leave the state and then not be financially viable in the others? Like, why leave? He said he left for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I needed to make a way or whatever. And I'm like, if you were gonna move 17 states away and be broke, why the fuck didn't you just stay in your state and be broke and be close to your kid? You know what I mean? So it ain't like he moved for a surefire position. He moved in hopes of making a better life for himself. He could have did that in New York and stayed in New York. And then he stalks the woman and all this stuff, right? And it's like clear as day he's problematic. Now, and I don't know if again, this is not even about the women being perfect, but it's just, are the men extremely problematic and abusive? Every single fucking time. Every single time the men, the stuff that men show us is problematic and abusive. Let alone the shit that they don't show us. This is what they're showing us. These are the things that they're saying openly, and they think that it's okay. Society makes men we lack self-awareness by design, not on accident. We're not born lacking self-awareness. By design, society makes sure that men don't have any fucking self-awareness whatsoever. So that is what leads to these scenarios where these men oftentimes lead to these scenarios where these men get online and come in these public spaces and they think they haven't done anything wrong. They truly believe it in their mind. They're like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, this lady's crazy. Like, that's what they believe. And to compound that, they're always taught that women are in the wrong, that women are crazy, women are psycho. They're punishing the whatever. It's that too. So then they think that they can garner sympathy from the public by blaming the woman, right? These women crazy. Like, they really believe that when they tell their story, we're all going to just be like, yeah, that woman is crazy. And it almost always backfires. Almost always.
TikTok, I need your help. When you do that little thing, when you go find somebody, I need your help, man. So you see this picture up here, man? This picture is beautiful. You see these three people? Looks like a beautiful family, right? And it is a beautiful family. But the dark side of that photo is that little boy right there in the middle of that photo, his name is Sire Fitzgerald Hall. My name is Fitzgerald Hall. He is now 6 years old. For the past 2 years, I've not been able to see him on birthdays. I've not been able to contact him via FaceTime. I've not been able to receive any updates. And this is a child who has had seizures in the past, who has been admitted into the hospital multiple times, and I've been there for all of those. But for the past 2 years, I've been completely boxed out. I have no emotional or physical history of abuse with him or his mother. And the sad part is I've always been no more than 5 minutes up the street from him, but I cannot get mom to respond to me, no matter how hard I try. It's been 2 years. You would think that, people let bygones be bygones and put the priorities of this little person above their own. At least that's what I think is the right thing to do. So I'm putting my pride to the side. I'm putting my ego to the side. I'm going outside of my comfort zone, putting you guys in my business. It's pretty hard for me to post this picture, but I'm doing it. And my request for you guys is to help get this video to this guy, whoever it is. I don't know his name. I know her name is Santrisa. She's the owner of Invogue Me Hair Salon, INVOGUE. And I'm only giving you guys that as a clue or some type of breadcrumb to help find this guy. I've tried to avoid this by doing my own research. I have not. The reason why I want to speak to him or to get this video to him is because if you marry a woman, when you marry a woman, you take her on as your responsibility. You take on her responsibilities as your new responsibility. So I'm imagining you've taken my son on as your responsibility. And with that being said, I think it's important that you assume a leadership role if a child is being hurt under your roof. And in my opinion, he can't say it because he's nonverbal, but we don't know what that impact looks like for him to experience having me as his father and then experience a random cutoff. We don't know what that does to his psyche. So as the man of the house, who's taken over the responsibility of these two people, and congratulations on your new baby. I ask that you reach out to me so that we can find some middle ground. Maybe men can be more logical, less emotional, and more practical, because that's all I'm looking for. I just want a healthy environment for my son on both sides. I want to be kept in the loop about what's going on with his therapy. I want to be kept in the loop about what's going on in school. I don't even know. I can't get the information from mom to even check with the school. You know, we're in the court process, of course, but we all know going through the court process is one solution, and we're going to do that. But people can always continue to make it a bumpy road, and there's no need to make it a bumpy road. Both parties have long moved on, and we only have this little guy in the middle. But that little guy needs both of his parents. And right now, it's very difficult to get both of those parents on the same page for whatever reason. So again, I'm going out of my comfort zone. TikTok, help this guy find me so that I can get reunited with my son and keep my promise of always fighting for him and never leaving him.
So he just can't see. he just doesn't understand. Oh my God, I don't get it. Let bygones be bygones. Now, that child is young as hell. So whatever happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's relatively fresh and new. If it happened within the last 5 years, that's fresh and new. It's not let bygones be bygones. 5 years is fresh, fam. So, but it happened more recent than that. But I want to point out a few things. First and foremost, he just doxed that woman. Yeah, he doxed her. He said her first name and said where she worked. He doxed her. I don't know. I've never seen her page. So, maybe I could look her up. Maybe it's public knowledge. I don't know. But to me right now, it looks like he doxed her. Is that not abusive? Would that not be considered abusive? Would that not be considered? Maybe I'm missing something. That's pretty fucking abusive. To dox a person? That's pretty abusive. So he is trying to tell us, he's trying to sell us on the idea that this woman, unwarranted, is keeping his child away from him, right? In his 4.5-minute video, he abuses her. He doxed her. This is what I'm saying about you. You guys you do the thing like you don't, but he don't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He don't know. Like, you don't fucking, like, he doesn't think, like, he thinks that that's like acceptable. Man, y'all, oh my God, dude. Men are so screwed up. It's crazy. It's not in us. It's not in our DNA. It might be by now. It might be in our epigenetics at this point. But it's just amazing to watch how normalized abusive behavior is, so much to the point where men will openly be abusive for either, but not excluding, these two reasons, right? Like they're not mutually exclusive. They could both be applied, or one could be applied. They're doing it again out of ignorance. That's a part of it sometimes. Also, they can be doing it, know exactly what they're doing, and understand that society isn't going to do anything about it. And I think that probably happens more often than not. I think most men know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly believe that. But I do think that there's like I don't think they know, like, I do think that they're like, some men don't know every single fucking thing that they do would be considered harmful and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't absolve them or excuse them, because they should know. Like, you should know what you're doing is harmful. Whether impact over intent, I don't give a fuck that you don't know. I'm not going to give you a pass and be like, oh, come on, guys. He doesn't. No, 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 no. Fuck that. You should know. You should know. But our society is so fucked up that it creates these conditions in which men can be this abusive openly in front of the world, for the whole world to see. And the man not even, he's just like, yeah, either, again, he's like, I know exactly what I'm doing. F her. I'm going to expose her. Probably. And then the possibility is he really doesn't know. He thinks this is normal. Right? Now, what makes me think with this dude, he probably knows exactly what he's doing, is because he then tries to make an appeal to the new husband, to the new husband of his ex. He tries to appeal to his misogyny, doing the whole, like, women are, these women, they're emotional and we're logical. Maybe we can talk it out. So you think that you can talk over, like, he's acting like the man ranks higher than the woman in the relationship, first and foremost. Secondly, it's her fucking child. Why would that man have more to say, have more input on the custodial fucking parent? They, in this case, like, that doesn't make any sense. If you can't appeal to her, you can't appeal to him. What the fuck? What you think he gonna do? Unless you trying to break him up. Again, wouldn't put it past him, because this is weird. This is not how you go about it. And then he's contradicting himself. He's saying that, oh yeah, we're going to go the court route. Then shut the fuck up and go the court route. It's only a matter of time. If you're not trying to openly and publicly abuse this woman, then why not just let the court system work itself out? You have rights. Right? The reason is because it's not going the way that he wants it to go in court. That's what's happening. This you, right? This you. Remember, he don't know. Oh, he doesn't. He just, this woman is crazy. Let bygones be bygones. Water under the bridge. But this him.
Do that little thing when you go find somebody. I need your help, man. So you see this picture up here, man?
This you, right? Let's read these charges, y'all. Data booking. So 2 years ago, almost to the date, 7/18/2023, simple battery, criminal damage to property, second degree, some other shit. So yeah. And this obviously was a DV case against a woman. I wonder what woman this is against. I wonder what woman this is against.
All right, so yeah, battery charges. All right, that's another thing. Again, things that I neglected to mention again, because it's not about her, not about me, it's about him. Yeah, I have battery charges, 2023, because I called the police to an incident that happened at my house, where I was physically assaulted. And when the police arrived, they did an investigation. I gave my side of the story. That other person gave their side of the story and said that I hit them in the face with a KitchenAid. The KitchenAid is about 30, 40 pounds, and it's a metal object. And to put that in perspective, I'm 250 pounds. If I hit you with a metal object, or if I hit you with my hand, it's going to leave a mark. If I hit you with a metal object, 9 times out of 10, you're going to the emergency room. Not only am I 250, I train Muay Thai, I train Jiu-Jitsu. If I hit you, there will be signs. The police gave us a police report that said that we are both victims. If you know anything about domestic violence in the state of Georgia, if they come out to your house, mind you, I'm in East Cobb County. I'm in Marietta, deep Marietta. If you live in Atlanta, you know about East Cobb. If 3 white officers come to your house, including 1 female supervisor, and a woman claims that you hit her, and they got evidence of that, what you think gonna happen? you going to jail. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. They're going to figure it out when you get in jail.
So you did hit her. They had evidence that you hit her. You just said that. So you did hit her. Okay.
Why would I not be arrested on the spot? So what? They left us with a police report and told us, hey, if you guys want to push this further, you guys can take this up to the courthouse and file and, you know.
Oh no, wait. He's saying that he's trying to say that wait, what?
Ands or buts, they're going to figure it out when you get in jail. So why would I not be arrested on the spot? So what? They left us with a police report.
He's trying to say, oh, if he really hit her, he would have been arrested on the spot. The way y'all just be saying shit, bro, to like, all right, bro, you got it. That was stupid. That was not, that doesn't mean you didn't hit her because they didn't arrest you on the spot. I don't give a fuck.
And told us, hey, if you guys want to push this further, you guys can take this up to the courthouse and file and, you know, let the state do it. Me, I don't have a desire to cause my child's mother harm. So even after she took the initiative to go and do that, even though I had the right to do that to her, I chose not to. And that doesn't expire. There's no, or there, that hasn't, the statute, a limitation has not expired on that. If I wanted to do that, I could do that. You know, again, this is public record. I don't have to lie about that. But you do have to ask yourself, you know, oh yeah, so that facial of me turning myself in when we went to court, you know, my attorney told me straight up, hey, this court is not designed to say whether you're right or wrong. They're just saying, hey, is there anything there? You know, and I don't know how familiar you guys are with court. That was due to me too, because right is right, right is wrong. But I had to turn myself in to officially get a mugshot and get charged so that we can push this down the line. Now, if I had hit a woman in the face with hand or a metal object, don't you think the state would have picked it up after 2 years? So yeah, try to bash me and try to bring up charges that shouldn't even be on my record. But make sure you get your facts because I got all the facts. I promise you I got all the facts. And everything that I've said is public record. Everything is public. You can go and get that same police report. You know my name. You know her name. Go get that police report, put two and two together, and think about that.
So he publicly abuses her. He docks her. He tries to appeal to the misogyny in her new husband. And come to find out, he was arrested and detained on suspicion of battery against this woman 2 years ago. Now, to me, that's enough evidence to tell me that you shouldn't be around that child right now until we figure some things out. Now, eventually, they did go to court, and he was awarded visitation rights. So he posted that from last year, from 2024. He remember though he made a claim that he saw his child. He hasn't seen his child in 2 years though, right? He hasn't seen his child in 2 years. That's what he said in the original video that I played. But according to the court documents, it was amended in 2024. So he actually, according to the court documents, he has seen the child in the last year, and they were visitation. Supervised visitations on Sundays only, from what I read. So there's a reason the court even is saying, yeah, you shouldn't have custody of your child. You shouldn't be around this child unsupervised because you are a threat to the child, because you are a threat to the mother. You have proven to be a threat to the mother. That's just the reality. And then you come online and you basically reinforce that idea. Like if I were the judge and she comes to me, the mother of the child comes to me and presents all these videos and stuff like that, I'm going to watch them and I'm going to fucking be like, you know what? He can't be, just pay child support. You can't be around the kid. You're psycho. Like, you are nuts and you are clearly an abuser. Like, openly, blatantly, it is abundantly clear you are an abuser. So I'm not going to put the child in harm's way. You need to do some anger management, some therapy, 100 hours of intensive anger management and therapy or some shit like that. And then I'll give you visitation, supervised visitation for, 6 months, a year, and we'll slowly work you back into the fold. That's all I got for you, sir. You are a poster child for an abuser. They was eating this man up in the comments. They was calling him a narcissist. They were calling him out for all the things that he has, all the things that he said and done and exhibited and all of that stuff. He is the very person he's trying to convince us his ex is. He's the person. And whatever that woman did, you deserved it. Whatever she's doing to you, you deserve it. You deserve it. I don't care. I don't care if you never see your kid again. I don't give a fuck. At this point, y'all always, again, I witnessed this firsthand myself when my mom divorced my father. This was before the internet, but when a man goes out of his way to publicly shame a woman, that is abusive. I saw my father do that when men used to go up in front of the church back in the day and expose their wives or their ex-wives or whatever and air their dirty laundry in front of the congregation. That was abusive. This is that. This is just a public, a more public display. That's it. It's a digital display. That's it. That's the only difference. That was the analog display. This is a digital display. That's it. But it is nonetheless, it is in the same vein. It is in the same spirit of abuse. And sir, you are an abuser. Clear as day. Clear as day. There's nothing you can tell me to convince me otherwise.